What's going on, guys? JPS back for another video, and today we're going to be reacting to the top 10 UK actresses of all time. Now, this is an exciting video for me to watch, guys, because I love watching British television programs and movies. I've watched so many of them, and my reactions to those are all in the first link in the description and Patreon. But it's not just to plug my Patreon, guys. I truly do love all these things that are produced coming out of the UK. Not all of them, but a good amount of them, because I believe that in the United States, a lot of the content, especially movies that we're producing, the main driver behind them is money. So they'll just throw a bunch of random actors and actresses together into this film with a really loose and kind of dumb plot. And then, of course, in the United States, we can never just let a movie stand alone. We have to create number 2, number 3, number 4. And it gets to the point, like, what was the plot even to begin with? You know what I mean? Speaking of which, I recently watched a film that came out called Nosferatu. I watched that in theaters. It's a horror film, and it had Nicholas Hoult as one of the main actors. And he's an actor who I love. I know we're doing an actresses video, but I watched Skins, of course, on my Patreon, and he was Tony. And there's just, a lot of acting talent coming out of the UK. And I'm excited to get into this, see some actresses that, of course, I will recognize, some that I don't. And you guys can put me on to some movies and TV shows that I should check out. So I'm really hyped to get into this, guys. I hope you are too. Let's do it.
Your Majesty, my party has won the election, and so I come now to ask your permission.
There's one queen to rule the country.
Mr. Blair, I asked the question.
But there are plenty to rule the silver screen.
It's her. It's the person. She's answered our advertisement. Rosy cheeks and everything.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 actresses from the United Kingdom.
You f***er! What kind of sick f***ing game are you playing at? Putting me on a f***ing oh my god, your face!
For this list, we've looked at female actors from the United Kingdom who have garnered international fame and success. These are the greatest of all time, so there are no era-specific boundaries.
Your Highness, please.
You've made a mistake. Non parlo inglese. Let me go. Will you let me go? Mr. Bradley! Let me go, will you, Mr. Bradley!
Number 10, Tilda Swinton.
Why are you sad?
I'm not. I'm happy.
We begin with a Scottish actress of mainstream superstardom and art house fame.
Excellent. Excellent attitude.
Throughout her career, Tilda Swinton's been able to flicker between blockbuster movies and edgy films with apparent ease and clear excellence.
And you are exactly the sort of boy who I could see one day becoming Prince of Narnia. Maybe even King.
She's probably best known for her role as the White Witch in The Chronicles of Narnia. But with a part as the eponymous Orlando, she confirmed her indie credentials.
I find no evidence of that sentiment in your conversation.
She's an Oscar winner as well, having picked up the statuette for her supporting role in 2007's Michael Clayton.
This conversation is over.
Number 9, Dame Judi.
I don't think I've heard of this actress before, but I have seen the Narnia movie. Is this Sound of Music? This is a beautiful area, guys. I actually, if this is Sound of Music, I considered visiting the western town in Austria. I forgot the name of it, but gorgeous area. Like, you cannot beat this.
Julie Andrews.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
It's impossible to think of 60s cinema and not to have Julie Andrews in the forefront of your mind. An Oscar for Mary Poppins and a Golden Globe for The Sound of Music have ensured that her name is etched on many a Best Actress list before now.
Go!
A deer, a female deer,
Ray!
a drop of golden sun.
Her bouncing
I
between
mean, that's legendary. Like, that is literally imprinted on the minds of almost everyone. Some people in the comments are probably gonna be like, wow, you're daft for even thinking it was something other than Sound of Music. I just didn't want to be wrong, but because my film knowledge is so poor, guys. I really don't watch any films. Aside from the British TV shows and movies that I watch, I don't watch really anything. I know I said I watched Nosferatu. That's the first time I've been in a theater in like a year or two, honestly. So, yes, The Sound of Music is just, it's an integral part of everybody's life. Like, everyone knows that song. So, Julie Andrews, I did not know I didn't know her. I don't know the names of any actors or actresses, so it's nice to get acquainted with them in videos like this.
Genders and Victor Victoria shouldn't be forgotten either. Although Andrews will forever be most remembered for her role as the magical, musical Miss Poppins.
For a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, medicine go down.
Number 8, Dame Helen Mirren.
I hope we haven't forgotten anything.
In terms of British actresses that are still active today, Helen Mirren's a name that first comes to mind, and with good reason.
I've lost him. I've lost him. He'll never know me now.
She's garnered a reputation for Shakespearean, classical, and period dramas throughout her career, although her sharp tongue and sassiness have led her to less highbrow roles too.
You'll have to go back up, ma'am, or I'll have to treat you as a threat.
Where exactly is the threat?
Dame Helen has also played 3 British queens. Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Strelitz in The Madness of King George. The eponymous role in the
I've heard of The Madness of King George. I think that's a highly critically acclaimed film. But wow, these actresses are in a lot of big time movies. I mean, if you're in, we're real deep or real far down the list at this point, so it's only gonna get better.
Elizabeth I TV series and Elizabeth II in The Queen. She's British through and through and through.
Let's keep in touch.
Yes, let's.
Number 7, Vanessa Redgrave.
I'm finishing my play. Didn't you get my letter?
A prolific actress who first found fame in London's West End. Vanessa Redgrave has starred in over 80 movies and achieved almost all that is possible within the world of acting.
For you, like all my subjects, shall have the free use of your conscience, and I of mine.
Right on.
She has on her mantelpiece an Oscar, 2 Emmys, and a Tony Award, shining out amongst various other trophies, statuettes, and medals.
Oh, this is a dopey conversation.
Arthur Miller and Tennessee Williams described her as the greatest living actress of our times, and we are not about to disagree.
It is my destiny, and it is your destiny, Elizabeth, to kill me.
Number 6.
Okay, so since that past actress, Vanessa Redgrave, one of the films she had an American accent. So my question to you guys, which do you think is more difficult? A Brit trying to act in an American role or speak in an American accent, or an American trying to speak in a British accent? I think it's more difficult for an American to go British. Personally, I think so.
Audrey Hepburn.
Hey, baby, what's going on here?
Oh, hi.
She's one part cinematic icon, one part fashion icon, one part humanitarian, and all parts legendary lady.
That was a shrewd observation.
Audrey Hepburn remains one of the most famous names to have lived in the 20th century. And she came to be so through her sheer talent and personality.
I'm like Cat here. We're a couple of no-name slobs. We belong to nobody, and nobody belongs to us. We don't even belong to each other.
Breakfast at Tiffany's is Hepburn's standout movie, and its little black dress is her standout look.
Good night.
However, Roman Holiday brought her an Academy Award, a Golden Globe, and a BAFTA in just one performance. Hepburn had it all, and she really knew what to do with it.
Say, you were great back there.
You weren't so bad yourself.
Number 5, Dame Elizabeth Taylor.
I am ISIS. I am worshipped by millions who believe it.
With Liz Taylor, it's as much about her character as it is about her career.
Sure, I got the world by the tail.
There's no doubt that she was a fine actress, and her performances in Butterfield 8 and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf proved that point perfectly.
Who's afraid of Virginia Woolf?
George, stop it!
But Taylor was as terrific off-screen as she was on it. She married 8 times over the course of her life, including twice to Richard Burton.
He told me I was beautiful.
8? I'm sorry, guys. 8? Listen, some people marry twice, and I think that's a lot. 8 times? How do you marry 8 times? Like, no, listen, it's your life. But I have my thoughts about that. What? I guess that gives everybody hope. Can always make it past the divorce, guys. Listen, 7 more to come. What? I'm sorry, that's probably the most shocking thing about this entire video. 8 times, bro. What? How do you marrying the same person twice, too? Like, what? Maybe she's the problem. Maybe. Oh my day. If anyone has more info on that, please put it in the comments. I'm so intrigued. That's literally in my entire life, I've never heard of anyone being married more times than that. 8 times. 8.
She married 8 times over the course of her life, including twice to Richard Burton.
He told me I was beautiful.
She amounted a $150 million jewelry collection, and she was a well-known humanitarian activist. She certainly lived a life.
I'm loud, and I'm vulgar, and I wear the pants in the house because somebody's got to. But I am not a monster. I'm not!
Number 4, Dame Maggie Smith.
Oof. What would have happened if I had not appeared?
In the glamorous world of film and TV,
I recognize her face. I recognize her face from Harry Potter.
Awards. There are very few which Dame Maggie Smith hasn't won. She has 2 Oscars, 5 BAFTAs, 3 Emmys, 3 Golden Globes, and a Tony Tour name.
That was bloody brilliant. Oh, thank you for that assessment, Mr. Weasley.
Big screen, small screen, or on stage, she dominates them all. And she hasn't wilted with age either.
If she has one authentic shred of evidence, just one, let her bring it forth.
As Jean Brodie, she played out a career-defining role. But as Professor McGonagall, she will be remembered by even the youngest generation of moviegoers today. She is an all-round wonderful actress and woman.
Why, Granny, you're a romantic.
I've been called many things, but never that.
That is really impressive, though, the longevity of her career, because if I saw that correctly, some of these films were, this is like 40, like damn near 40-year career. I don't know if Room with the View was the first film that she did, but wow, that's really impressive. Maggie Smith's still alive? Dame Maggie Smith? I'm sorry. A lot of these, almost actually all of these names have Dame in front of them. What does Dame mean? Never heard of that before, so let me know, guys. But damn, she's like 91. That's crazy. Almost 91.
Glamorous world of film and TV awards. There are
things, but never that.
Number 3, Emma Thompson.
Oh, thank you so much. What a lovely thought. Thank you.
She's a classical actress, but she's also a comedic one. Emma Thompson began her career at Cambridge University, where she became the first female member of the famously funny Footlights troupe.
Write it down. Write it down. Chop, chop.
For her first film, she starred opposite Jeff Goldblum in the rom-com The Tall Guy.
That was wild.
Before changing direction, perfecting her diction, and assuming roles that were more traditionally romantic.
Helen's in love. That's all I need to know.
But Thompson's portrayal of Margaret Schlegel in Howard's End was her crowning Academy Awarding glory.
Tomorrow Helen goes to Germany.
Yes?
I'm fine. Tonight, with your permission,
Yes?
she would like to sleep at Howard's End.
Number 2, Kate Winslet.
I expect to get what I want.
This actress has made it to second place on our list before even making it to her 40s.
You don't have the power to upset me. You don't matter enough to upset me.
Kate Winslet has achieved more.
That's where I remember her from, Titanic. Emma Thompson, the name rings a bell, but I've not seen the film The Tall Guy that was highlighted, or Howard's End. But wow, she's so young and she already has so many accolades, I would assume. Kate Winslet.
Even making it to her 40s.
You don't have the power to upset me. You don't matter enough to upset me.
Kate Winslet has achieved more in her relatively short career than most can expect in a lifetime of acting.
You're really nice. Oh. God, I have to stop saying that.
At age 31, she set the record for the youngest actor to receive 5 Oscar nominations. And at 33, she set the record for the youngest actor to receive 6.
I can't remember anything without you.
That's very sweet, but try, okay?
Okay.
In 2008, she actually won the award for The Reader.
Read to me first, kid. Then we make love.
11 years after she played the career-making role of Rose in Titanic.
I will never let go, Jack. I'll never let go.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
You are being paid to apologise for this pathetic country, Britain. And he can explain to us why we've burned our diplomatic credentials and why we're killing, thousands of innocent people just for some barrels of oil and a photo opportunity on the White House lawn. Why?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're sorry. I'm sorry. Everyone's sorry. But I can't do this anymore. I can't. I won't. I'm gone.
So when you go out and find life, all those other things.
Wow. I remember watching Billy Elliot. Did not know she was in that. This is a different person though.
Oh, no, Your Majesty.
These are just honorable mentions or something?
What? I said you are my servant.
No, Your Majesty, that is not true. I am most certainly not your servant. And what is more, if you do not give me the house you promised, I shall be forced to return to England immediately.
Number 1, Dame Judi Dench.
That's good. That's grand.
She's imperious, inspirational. She's nothing short of incredible.
Yes, the illusion is remarkable.
Judi Dench's career has been long and laden with awards. However, her biggest successes have come from the mid-90s onward, following her casting as M in GoldenEye.
You were saying?
She proved such a hit as the Mrs. MI6 that she carried the role until 2012 and Skyfall.
Where the hell have you been?
Enjoying death.
In terms of Oscars, she's been nominated 7 times since 1997 and won one of them as Elizabeth I in Shakespeare in Love.
But I know something of a woman and a man's profession. Yes, by God, I do know about that.
We thought the crown suited her, so we've given her ours as well.
I signed it because I believed I committed a terrible sin and had to be punished. But what made it so much worse was that I enjoyed it.
Do you agree with our list?
What?
The sex.
Which UK actress did we forget?
That will be quite enough of that, thank you.
For more beautifully British top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
All right, guys, that was an enjoyable video right there. Let me know if there's any actresses that were forgotten, left off the list. And yeah, this has made it apparent to me that I still have quite a lot of UK films to check out if I want to say that I'm an Anglophile or that I've really watched a lot of British movies and television. So leave some recommendations in the comments, guys. Thank you all so much. Again, consider joining the Patreon. First link in the description to watch my reactions to tons of British TV shows and movies. Tons is not an exaggeration either. And regardless of what you choose to do, thank you all so much for watching this video and continuing to support me. I really appreciate you guys. So, yep, have a great day, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.